Niggas say, almost started reaching for my waist. Drop a 50 bag for the mob in a spot. Drop a 50 bag, 29 for the thought. I was really trying to keep it. Niggas say,
All right. Welcome back. eSIM Studios podcast live stream, episode number 81. That I'd put in a little drop. Yeah, I've been enjoying that over the last few days. Was going to get into some of that, and then, that's for another time, another place, another channel. We're talking about tech today, but at least on this channel we are. But I want to thank everybody for joining us today. Let me turn this down a little bit. There we go. Appreciate everybody joining us. Episode number 81, Sunday, May 5th, 2024. Have a couple of news. To be honest with you, there's not much going on in the news. So I wanted to, not only are we going to bring you news here, but I'm going to implement some like editorial stuff, meaning like some personal opinions, whether it's in the tech industry or like we have on our thumbnail today, MKBHD, and not necessarily the fiasco, but he's been getting some hate basically from some people inside the industry, outside the industry, and I basically want to discuss that and give you my opinion, and when it comes to that stuff, because I am in the process of reviewing stuff right now. In fact, today I'm going to upload a whole ton of stuff. So when I get off of this live, I'm uploading a bunch of stuff, a bunch of reviews. But how's it going, Auntie? Doing good? Appreciate you joining us. Oh, your router. I'm shipping your router. I'll get you the tracking. I have the label and everything. I'm gonna ship it out tomorrow, right? I got that for you. No worries. Monday morning, I'm gonna go to the UPS store across the street and get you your router, sir. And I can assist you. I'll message you on the back end on setting it up. It's very easy. Let me blow my nose. Let me clear my throat so we can get ready to go. Hang on. Okay, well, we'll do this. We'll hit on one topic, and then I'll get into my thoughts when it comes to YouTube reviewers, and get into kind of some behind-the-scenes stuff for you guys. Because before I did this, before I started my channel, I was not always wondering, but wondering how the whole review thing works, and we'll get into that, right? But look at this. So this just dropped, so new. I didn't even put it on my website. So I'm gonna credit Android Authority for the story before I compile a story in regards to this. Let me pull up my screen share. Look, we talked about this for a number of days, right? A number of times. Let me pull this up. And hang on, before we get into this, I have the article right here. Very interesting. I want to thank everybody for joining us. I know I did that earlier, but everybody listening, on podcasts. The numbers are going way up. Really appreciate it. Continue to go up. We're up to like number 23, up from 26 in tech podcasts in Southeast Asia, like the Philippines and Indonesia, places like that. Kind of caught me off guard, but we continue to climb the charts in the tech podcast. So yeah, it's a head scratcher as far as I'm concerned, but I'm glad that they're listening over there. So everybody listening over there, everybody listening anywhere around the world. We have people in Germany, Austria, where else? I gotta pull up the stats, but they are going up. So I want to thank everybody. I really appreciate it. You can find us on any streaming platform available. Simply type in eSIM Studios and we will pop up. And you can subscribe that way. I also have the RSS feed, so if you like to compile your own news feeds and podcast feeds, I have that in the description down below as well. So let's get into this. We are streaming on 4 or 5 YouTube channels, streaming on Twitter, streaming on Facebook, although, no, I take that back. We're not streaming on Facebook. I had an issue with the connection somehow. I'm gonna fix that, but we are streaming on X, on Instagram, and on YouTube. So you can watch us there. I prefer the eSIM Studios channel, but that's me. But we're available in a lot of different spots, right? So here we have news just broke of a very, very interesting. Damn! Look at these ads, man. See, on my website, I don't have ads like this. This is very annoying. A new patent came about. A new patent came to surface, right, from Apple in regards to a flip style phone. So this new patent surfaced, and it basically suggests Apple's working on a flip style foldable device. So it would look like a Z Flip 5. The alligator mouth style flip phone, the Motorola StarTAC style flip phone, not the one that opens up like a book, but the iPhone. So to be an iPhone flip, basically, right? I don't know what kind of name they're going to put on it. I'm assuming I doubt they're going to use the name Flip. Samsung's got that. It'll probably be named who knows what, right? But this is the very, very first step in the process of making a foldable device. Whether it's a phone, iPad, MacBook. Well, MacBooks are foldable, but you get the idea. They've toyed around. So we've discussed numerous times. And this is kind of surprising because the last story we got is that Apple scrapped their foldable tech, basically. Not scrapped it, threw it in the trash, but scrapped it and put it on the shelf, basically, for future endeavors, for in the future, because they were having issues with the crease in the screen. So when the device is closed, it's obviously closed like an alligator mouth, right? But when you open it, when it's fully opened to look like this, right, there is a small crease that goes right across the hinge, right across the screen, right where you fold it. Now, it's gotten a little less intrusive. It's gotten a little less noticeable, ever so slightly, every single year, at least for Samsung. Samsung are the OGs when it comes to foldables. They've been in the game. They've had foldables. They've been designing foldables. I know they're only on their 6th gen. They're about to release the Flip 6 and Fold 6 here in a couple months. But remember, designing these takes years. So Samsung's got a good 10 years of foldable history under their belt, meaning basically 6 years of devices and another 3-4 years of developing this tech. So it makes me wonder, did Apple finally design a hinge that shows zero crease when completely open? It looks like to me that they did, because if they were so stuck on having zero crease when open, so much. Look, they poured millions upon millions of dollars in the R&D, research and development of foldable devices. We've seen leaks, we've seen renders. Apple had a foldable iPad in the works, and they had a foldable iPhone in the works. And they basically, as I mentioned earlier, put it on the shelf because of the crease. Makes me think that they finally found the solution. They finally designed a hinge and a screen that shows zero crease when folded open. If that's the case, they beat Samsung, they beat Google, well, basically Samsung, because even the Pixel Fold, I believe Samsung makes the panel. I'm not sure who makes the hinge. I think Google designed the hinge, I believe, but Samsung provides the panels, foldable panels, right? So it makes me wonder, I think, if this is true. Now, could Apple just put in a patent, even though there's still a crease, right? Could they basically planning for the future, could they put this patent in just to basically, it's kind of like buying a .com before a certain .com becomes popular, right? If I know there's this company that's going to come out with a mystuffyknows.com, I'm going to go ahead and buy mystuffyknows.com real quick so they can't use it, because I plan on coming out with a My Stuff You Knows product, right? Same kind of thing with Apple. Maybe they threw this patent in there, knowing that they're really, really close to making a flat panel when open. They're just maybe a year or two away, but they want to keep these patents. These patents are good for, I believe, 15 years. I believe medicine, FDA, I believe, is 7 years, and physical products, I believe, is 15 years. I believe. Don't mark me on that, but it would be an advantage for Apple if they think they're close to go ahead and get a patent on this, so they can use it in the future, right? Plus, they could also lease the technology, lease this patent out to other companies so they can use a flat panel hinge, so to speak, and they would have to obviously pay Apple to use that technology in their products. Motorola Razr has the least noticeable crease on all flips on the market right now. You know what? I don't think I've ever seen one in person. I'm trying to think. They've never sent me one, and I've never bought one. So I know I probably haven't seen one. Now, unless I'm trying to think if I went to a Best Buy at one point. I might have seen it, but I know I haven't. I don't think I have in person. If that's the case, they may be close as well, right? But I'll take your word for it. If they have the least amount of creasing when open, that's surprising. Although Motorola, as you know, they've been manufacturing phones since the very beginning. So I do know when they were purchased by Google, probably about 5 years ago, Google basically purchased Motorola for the patents to use on their technology moving forward. Same thing with HTC. When Google started the Pixel division, coming out of the Nexus line, they actually purchased the quote-unquote Pixel division from HTC. So, meaning there was a division inside HTC. They actually had, I can't remember the name of the HTC device, but it kind of looked like the very first Pixel. Google purchased that department and basically all their patents in that was specific to that department, to that phone. So, but nonetheless, right, Motorola's been in the game forever, right? Yeah, that's true. It mentions a system environment, mentions things. Interesting. So, let's see. I believe this upcoming foldable with Samsung, these two models, the Flip 6 and the Fold 6. Again, I believe the crease will improve, meaning will get less noticeable, but it will. I guarantee it's not going to be completely gone, right? And look, that has a lot to do with two things. When you want to eliminate that crease, just in the engineering of the phone, it involves the hinge and then the display. So the hinge matters on how it opens and closes, obviously, and then display matters with the foldable, obviously the foldable display, right? But imagine how many prototypes Apple, Samsung, Motorola have gone through, right? So I'm sure they've spent endless amounts of hours, millions of dollars, trying to solve this problem. I think, look, if Apple has this right, it's going to fly over a lot of people's heads, and you'll see it mentioned here or there on a YouTube review of iPhone Flip. Wow, and look, no crease. But I think it's a bigger deal than that. This will open up the foldable segment. This will open up the floodgates. A lot of people are just look, foldables are really cool. I love them. Fragile. But the screen, when you use a foldable, it's plastic. So it doesn't give you that traditional glass feel, right? It does not give you that traditional glass feel. It does feel like you're using a plastic device. I can look past that, but I know a lot of people cannot. Let's see. It looks like we did get a picture here. So let's look at this hinge, right? Let's see. Can I make this bigger? Let me save this. Hang on. Let me open this up. Let me save it behind the scenes real quick, and I'll open it up to a bigger, so we can see better. Let me go to Canva. Let me upload this. But it shows you right there, and that's the one thing I was looking at concerning the screen and that hinge right there, right? There we go. Okay, so let me save this, and then I'll put it up here on the big screen. Hang on one second. Got it. Okay, so let me go to brand. Let me put this on the big. Oh, that's me. Oh, here we go. I got it. Okay. So here we go. Sorry about that delay. So we have the display basically on the left. That's what, it's a rectangle shape, kind of in the generic shape of a phone on the left. And then you have the hinge here on the right. Now, it doesn't look all that different from the other hinges with the naked eye. This is my very first time seeing it. Is with y'all guys. The first thing I notice, look, a hinge is a hinge, right? It basically folds over from a 90, almost 180 degrees, correct? So it's going to have to bend, going to have to flex, but look at the links, right? A hinge with links. Now, look, this just came out before I was going to say, if I had all day to research this, I was going to pull up the mock-up of a Google Pixel Fold hinge, and then I was going to then I'll put together a picture of the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 hinge and see, because I don't believe those hinges with the Pixel and the Samsung have links. See where it says a hinge with links under figure 2 on the top right? So I'm assuming that helps with stress on this display when it is opened up. Very interesting. Let me see. You know what? I can almost guarantee you Samsung and Google do not have quote-unquote links in their hinges. I can almost guarantee you that. I was gonna pull up. Let's do this. Let's see if we can pull up pictures of the hinge for the Z Fold 5. Can we get this one? Where are we at? Okay, so look. This one... Sorry. Here we go. This is the Z Fold 5. Now, I don't think they're changing hinges, meaning the foldable part under the screen for the upcoming Z Fold 6. That's going to be released here, in a couple months. From everything I understand, it's going to be the same hinge. I may be wrong, so don't take my word for it, but all the rumors are out right now that it's the same hinge, right? They just added a few tweaks here and there. But look, no links. So in this hinge, you basically have the screen, these two parts where the screen meets when it's closed. When you open it up, they meet right here at this endpoint, at the apex right here. So the Samsung's hinge does not have links. Now let's look at. Actually, let me go back here and type in. Google Pixel Fold display hinge. Do we have another mock-up of that? Where are we at? Come on, Google. I know you got something. Some kind of dive. Here we go. Check this out. What do we got here? Well, these ads are slow to load, which is good for me. Okay, so... Oh, shit. Y'all can't see it. Okay. So, Oppo, Pixel, and Samsung... kind of similar designs in their hinges. Now, each one of these companies have patents for each one of these hinges. So even though it's a slightly modified design, you can get a patent and or make your claim for a patent. Because as you can tell, these little side nodes here are a little different. Now, it looks very different. So it appears... So look, I'm guessing Apple finally did it. They have all the money in the world now Samsung does too, but Apple really does, right? Aren't they the most valuable company in the world? Billions, trillions with a T. So they can pour as much money into their research and development team for this foldable device. I'm guessing, it's a pure guess, but I'm guessing they finally did it. Now, if they did do it, I will give them praise. I love to troll Apple. I'm not a big Apple fan. Y'all know that. I'll give them praise, right? Give praise where praise is due. If they found a way to make a foldable display with zero crease, my hat's off to them. Let's go back here and see, is there any other documents we can look at? I do not see it. So what do you guys think, right? Would y'all want, if now look, Apple's not going to put out a foldable iPhone 16, even though they apparently have the technology now. They're putting in a patent. I can guarantee you they have prototypes. I can guarantee you they have some iPhone foldables in the boardroom that they're all passing around. Would you prefer a Pro iPhone iPhone Flip and a regular iPhone Flip? Would you prefer it to be a little on the smaller side, or would you prefer it to be like a Samsung, where it's a 6.7 inch screen, but it's a 21 or 22 by 9 aspect ratio, where it's real tall and skinny? What do you guys think? Because I'm under the assumption they're just going to put out one model. I think putting out two might be too much. I think if they just start off with one, because what if it's a flop? What if, they just putting out one model, adding an extra model, tons of manpower, tons of time, tons of money. They can afford to have a mess up because they're so big and massive in the tech world, but they don't want to. They'll definitely going to avoid a mess up. And they know the market, they know the consumer, they know who's going to buy a product, who's interested in the products, and who's not, right? I think putting out a if they can do a either 6.7 or 6.8, maybe not a 22 by 9 aspect ratio like the Z Flip 6, because it's pretty tall and skinny. Maybe do like a 21 by 9 aspect ratio, where it's just a little wider. Now, cameras, all that said, the batteries are going to be really small. It should be pretty cool, but I'm not expecting iPhone Flip to come out. Probably not this year. So not a iPhone 16. Possibly not an iPhone 17, but I think by iPhone 18 is when is my guess, is when you'll see a iPhone Flip. So that's not this year, that's not next year, it's the year after. So why would it take roughly 2.5 years, right? Because these things take a lot of time, especially one of the issues with Samsung foldables is that they're so fragile. I've told my story many times where I broke my Flip and it just fell off, 16 inches off of our hardwood floor, not even on concrete. Screen busted. Very fragile. I think this is going to require a lot of testing from Apple, testing the market too, right? So where do you put the pricing at? If they do I would assume it would have Pro features. Obviously, I don't know about the cameras. If they can put their Pro version cameras in this Flip, that will be badass, because that's one thing Samsung does not do that upsets me, is put their flagship sensors in their foldable devices, right? So I think they're going to change that this year for the Flip 6. They're going to put the 50 megapixel camera. They're going to put the same camera setup that you see on the S24 Plus. They're going to put on the Z Fold 6 and Z Flip 6 this year. So they are going to upgrade the cameras. Long time coming. But, so I guess technically it would be their flagship cameras in a foldable. But I think Apple would probably need to do that. Probably would ask, I'm assuming, probably around $1,200-$1,300. Probably be an exclusive. Probably going to jack the price up because it is iPhone's first foldable now. I don't think I would buy it. It might sell out, but remember, just keep this in mind. Any company that has a new SKU, a new product, is genuine, and especially something that's on the cutting edge of technology, typically not a good buy. Is that every case? No. But look, Pixel Fold, the OG Pixel Fold, I was going to buy it. I did not, thank God, because I knew it was going to have some issues, right? They gotta put a model out. They got to give it to the public. And then they know there's going to be bugs. There's going to be a couple issues that come up. And typically on the second version, when they release a new updated version the year after, is when they have a pretty good grip on things and start knowing what to do and what not to do, right, with products. Look at the Apple Vision Pro. I was watching a couple of videos last night. Nobody's buying that. Apple cut the production of the Apple Vision Pro by 50%. Huge cut in production, meaning they're their projected sales for the Apple Vision Pro is basically cut in half. And that's a huge disaster. I mean, I don't say huge disaster, but not a good look, right? Somebody's getting fired. So something's happening. Well, they have major issues with the Vision Pro. Battery life doesn't last long. Only a couple hours. It's expensive as hell. The base model, walking out, is $3,500, but after taxes is $4,200, and that's the base. And storage in that base model goes quick within a few weeks. So you're gonna want the upgraded version. So, these are, and it's heavy, right? There's numerous people, reviewers that said their neck hurts because it's heavy. It's on your head all the time. So, and not to mention the apps, the app developers. The developers are pissed at Apple, and a lot of them, there's not many apps to use with the Apple Vision Pro. So what's the point of buying it? And that's why they cut production. Nobody's buying it. So you have to be wary of first-gen products. So again, if whenever they release this, look, if y'all want one, more power to you. Go ahead and get one. But all I know is you've been warned. You've been warned, right? Ashton, what's going on, brother? Damn, oh, there you are. Good to see you, man. Thank you for joining us today. Let's see here. I believe that was it. So let's get into... I believe it would sell well. I believe it would sell very, very well. But look, Apple's not going to make it like... Okay, so here's like... Each company has their own philosophy in manufacturing when it comes to products, right? Ferrari, the car, classic manufacturing strategy, sales strategy that dates back to the very beginning. Ferrari only makes after they do market research and they're coming out with a new car, right? Even after the new car is out every year, how many of these cars do they make? Ferrari estimates, well, we think after a ton of research, we think we're going to sell 1,000 of these Ferraris, 1,000 of them. Okay, so what Ferrari does is they make one less than what they believe they will sell. So if they believe they're going to sell 1,000 new Ferraris, they make 999. And look, every company's different. There's no right and wrong. The only right way to do it is if you're successful, correct? So there's many different ways to get to that end point. It's just different philosophies. I think Apple does have a hit on their hand. I think there's Apple users that are envious of the foldables that some of our Android manufacturers put out. But that's not going to entice an iPhone user to switch to Motorola. That's not going to entice a lifelong iPhone user to switch to Samsung just because they have a flip phone. It's not enough. So I think they know, Apple knows what they have on hand, and they're probably just going to release one model. They're not going to do like Samsung where it's got a big one and a small one, a flip and a fold, right? They're going to do it. They're going to do one and do it. Try to get it just right. And they're typically good with new products, which is why Apple Vision Pro was a kind of a shock. And I think they're trying to get this flip just right. They've been working on it for years, and this is the first sign that they actually got something on their hands. So I think they will sell a ton of these. High demand, and will be interesting, right? So depending on how well this sales. Now look, they do have down the road, they do have a foldable iPad that they've been working on and designing. Depending on how well this sells will tell Apple whether or not to go forward with the production of a foldable iPad, right? Because they'll just take that hinge that's on this iPhone and make it, fit an iPad, basically. Same design, same technology, the Link technology. So I look, very interesting as we move on through these days, months, years in technology. Never short of intrigue and wonder and intuition, because that's what drives technology, right? Okay, so let's put that to rest. Let me get into the main topic, right? Let me pull this. So as a person that has a YouTube channel, right? I based this channel on reviewing products. I based this channel on talking about technology. As it got bigger, as we've grown, the requests for myself reviewing certain products started to increase. And the numbers, the amount of emails, I put my email in the description box of every video. I also put my analytics, which, I don't know if anybody does that, YouTuber. I put my analytics down now. It's a link opens up a page that shows my analytics for advertisers to basically know. It shows my target audience, the average age, type of stuff that a company would want to know if they have a product. Say, well, this product is for a 35-year-old from 35 to 42 male, that typically does online shopping, that sort of stuff, right? Just numbers. As we've grown, by the way, I keep all that stuff there for potential people that want to send me products to review. But notice I don't have my address down there. There's a lot of YouTubers that say, hey, you want to send us your products to review. I don't do that. You know why? Because you get sent a ton of junk. And I don't want to review junk. I just don't. That's why I don't put my address. Look, hang on. Is autoplay on? I hope not. Damn it, it is. So look, ETA Prime. He reviews computers. I think he does like one phone a year. It's every new Samsung Galaxy he reviews. He's an Android user, but he's got over 1 million subscribers, right? Look out, got a lot of videos. But look, if you go down, is it in here or is it in his video? Oh, look, right here, right in front of us. Look. So they put you, now it's not his home address. It's like a P.O. box or something, You don't want any weirdos showing up. But I don't do that. Because I would get, imagine how much stuff gets sent to him. Now, there's no right or wrong way when you have a YouTube channel and you get to the size that people want to start, companies want you to promote either their services or products, right? There's some that I get emails and I scratch my head and I wonder, how would that product fit with this channel? How would that product fit with y'all, the viewers, right? I've been asked to review what do they call, like a exercise bikes, like a Peloton, not Peloton, but a competitor. I've been asked to review kitchen stuff, like kitchen I don't know, I'm not a cook, I don't know what the hell it is. It's not like a spoon or anything. It's like you plug it in and it does something. I guess it mixes or something. Like, how does that, a lot of times these companies, I don't understand why. Now look, they're probably just sending emails out to any freaking YouTube channel that has an email address attached to it, honestly. I wouldn't doubt some of those companies do that, and to a certain point I can't really blame them, because if you're just struggling for promotion, eyes on your product, it is what it is, right? So if you send out an email like that kitchen company did to me and probably 1,000 other YouTubers, if 1 or 2, maybe 3 says okay, then I guess it's a win for them. I guess. But the most popular YouTuber is under fire. MKBHD, Marquise Brownlee, probably the most famous tech YouTuber, or YouTuber period, right? He's probably up there with in the different sectors of YouTube. But yeah, I believe he's got the most. I know there's a few others that are right under his subscriber count, but I believe he started as a kid when YouTube started. So he's grown with YouTube, and is pretty cool, right? Like, so I'm subscribed to his channel now. I'm not on my main channel, so don't let that fool you. My personal YouTube channel, I am subscribed to him, but on my I don't think I'm subscribed to anybody on my eSIM Studios YouTube channel that I'm streaming from, but that's besides the point. So he's under fire. He recently reviewed specifically one product, right? Do y'all remember what that is? It's where we at? There was this product, the Rabbit R1, right? And then a similar product, basically a competitor. Where we at? This one right here. The world's worst product I've ever reviewed. ... for now. And you can tell the view count is the most viewed video he's got over the last month or so, right? He's under fire for giving them a bad review. Now, I don't necessarily... I guess I can say I get it, but I kind of don't, right? So I understand no matter what you do, people are going to, negatively either review you or comment you or dislike you, and that's fine. I know everybody's different. I'm sure there's people that like to watch me that don't like to watch him, and vice versa, right? I'm sure there's people that love to watch him and would never watch my channel. But one thing that we do have in common, and one thing that I am going to take his side for, is honesty. Honest reviews. If he doesn't like the product, then he doesn't like the product. Is basically what I'm getting at. How did he destroy Apple? How? Tell me how, please. Because I don't. Apple cannot be destroyed. Apple can only destroy themselves. Apple's bigger than he is. I know he's got more subscribers than Apple does on YouTube, but that's irrelevant. Apple's biggest company in the world. They can only destroy themselves with bad products, continually bad products, and bad business strategy. Now, check this out. It comes down. So this little AI, and look, and I started off with the whole company sending review offers, right? You know what? I got it off. Hang on. I was gonna show you my email list, but I don't want to blow people's spot up. I got companies emailing me every day in regards to reviewing stuff. Now, most recently, I was not able to. I guess the past 6 weeks, I really haven't had much time to review stuff, and I've been putting that to the side. My mother just died, about a week ago, and she's been in the hospital for the previous 6 weeks, roughly 6 weeks before that, before she died just last week. So I've been going to the hospital to and from, and I've been doing this live stream just to keep this channel afloat. Honestly, live streaming basically saved us to some extent. But as I'm now getting back into reviewing and uploading content, it's not on him. He should get zero blame. And I don't understand some people that blast him for the reviews. Now, do you want an honest review or not, right? Do you want an honest opinion? Or do you just want us to say, I'm kind of at a loss for words on what some people want. That's what I harp my channel on, giving you my honesty. Look, you can disagree with my opinion, with his opinion, and that's fine, right? It doesn't hurt my feelings, but I'm giving you my honest opinion. So I don't know what else some people want. It's up to the manufacturers to make a good product. It's not up to him to give them a good review. I'm going to repeat that. It's up to the manufacturers. It's up to the businesses. It's up to the companies to manufacture, design a good product it's not up to the reviewer to give them a good review. That's on the product. And honestly, in my opinion, it's stupid. Like, I don't understand. It's a virtual assistant that you stick to your shirt, or it's got a magnet on there, right? But you have an assistant on your phone. Like, I don't see, I take that back. It's not stupid. I don't see any use for it in my life. Maybe you do, and that's fine. But for me, I don't, I'll ask my phone. It's like $700 plus it's like $28 a month for the service, because it has eSIM in there. It has to get data from cellular connectivity. Very expensive, and it's a virtual assistant that basically talks to you, or you can hold your hand up, or it'll shine on a wall, answers. It's not stupid, but I don't see any use for it. Now, when you give a company a bad review, that's the tipping point on basically how you go about giving them the bad review. He was very I'm not going to play it because I'll probably get a copy strike. I'll link it in the description below when we're done. He was very careful on his word selection. Now, he wasn't stumbling or pausing like I am, because I'm talking to you in real time. He edited. He's got editors that, if that doesn't sound good, let's redo it. Stuff like that. But he was very careful at what he was saying. But he was honest. And that's all I ask for people that I watch. I don't want to be told something that is not. And he kind of did the same thing with this one. Now, this one didn't get as bad of a review. Where am I at? This one right here, the little rabbit that's on the thumbnail of this video, of my video. And then the where my y'all can't see my cursor, can you? This one right on the top left. Where he's holding that little orange box, right? So it's basically the same product as what is this? The Humane. What the hell is this called? The Humane AI pen. So that's what got the bad review. And then there's the Rabbit R1, I believe is the name. What is this? Rabbit R1. I think so. They don't even have a link down here? Huh. Wonder why. Maybe it's not available to buy yet. I don't know. But a similar product. That one does have a screen. But it's not as expensive, and I don't know if there's a monthly cost involved. Same thing. I just don't see the purpose in carrying around something else that does the same thing a phone does, or hell, even a smartwatch does the same thing. So I just don't see the point in buying an accessory, an extra accessory, on top of carrying a phone in your pocket. Or if you're like me, I carry two phones wherever I go. A smartwatch. Why do I need this? It just doesn't make sense to me. But look, I've most recently, here's a good example. Temu. You know Temu is, right? It's gotten pretty popular here over these last I don't know, last year or so, Temu. So they emailed me today. Here, let me grab my phone. Alright, so do y'all want to see what some of these look like? Hang on. I'm going to pull one up. I know I won't get in trouble for this, but I want to show y'all what some of these look like behind the scenes. Bear with me just for a second. Let me pull up Gmail, but I don't want to show the whole I don't want to blow up some of these companies. Let's see, blow up their spot. But look, so check this out. Where am I? I don't think I'll get in trouble for this, huh? Yeah, maybe I will. But I wasn't expecting to do this offer, so to speak. So it's not like let's see. Let me remove this. Here's what a marketing email looks like to a YouTube channel for reviewing products, right? Check this out. So here's an email I got, well, it was 14 hours ago, so basically this morning, right? And they're inviting me to do a collaboration, right? So Temu collaboration invitation area from Temu. Our online marketplace features a wide range of products from innovative home outdoor tech gadgets to stylish accessories. We're really into the videos you publish on YouTube and believe your content perfectly aligns with our brand, and we'd love to discuss a paid collaboration with you. We're wondering if you're interested in creating engaging videos featuring our products, and you'll receive complimentary items and a paid offer in return. If you're interested, let's chat about the details. Looking forward to your response. Temu, I do apologize if you're watching now or in the future. But look, it's no different than any other company, right? I get these an email like this, probably 3 or 4 of them a day, and then I go through them a lot. 9 out of 10 emails I get, I'll reply back, say thank you, but thank you, but no thank you. Basically nice about it. I'm not trying to burn bridges out here. You never know in the future. But a lot of companies, a lot of products that I get asked to review just don't fit the bill. So I think MKBHD accepted the offer to see. Here's the interesting thing. Did they pay him? Because I'm pretty sure they did. So that's the other question. That's the other kind of slippery slope. If they're paying you to review a product, are you going to blast them saying this is a shitty product and I don't buy it? Because if you do, you get basically fork in the road, right? One fork is they're probably not ever going to mess with you again. And he's in a rare case, right? Let's use me for an example, because I'm more of the look. I have probably more subscribers than a lot of tech or YouTube channels. Now I'm not way up there like Flossie Carter's got 2 million subscribers, and a few other YouTube channels that I got over 100,000. I haven't even hit 100 yet, but a good example for somebody like me. MKBHD is in a very rare space when it comes to reviewing products. He can basically review. He calls the shots a lot of times. Of course, I call the shots too. I don't have to review anything, right? But it's the relationships, right? Now, you have to. I did a news report on this a couple months ago. Like 87% of paid product reviews, like Temu, I am supposed to mark in YouTube Studio the video that I'm reviewing the product. I'm supposed to mark this is a paid promotion, and you should see a paid promotion sticker or logo in the top right of the video, right? 87% of YouTubers don't label it as paid promotion. And that's not good, because I believe we should tell you, the viewer, if we were paid for reviewing a product. Even if you harp on, like myself, on being honest, giving an honest review, I think it's a good thing. I think we should be required, put it out there in the public, that whatever item you're doing a video about, you're paid to do it, right? That matters. Now, I haven't given many products bad reviews because I'm very selective in what I review. I could say yes to everything and just be a total douchebag about, hey, this is, because there's some products, again, that don't necessarily match my demographics as far as the viewer. And there's some that I know I have not had good experiences with in the past, even before creating a YouTube channel. So I've said no to those two things. Products that I've, used that I don't necessarily personally like. And then there's the ones that I don't like. Again, kitchenware. Why would I review a freaking kitchen utensil here on this channel? Or a treadmill? They were going to give it to me free. It was like $800. But I would like to have one, but I don't want to review it on the channel. See what I'm saying? So I said, no, thank you. It's a very, I don't know. It's a very, I'm just trying to be, and look, some YouTuber, others have different views than I do on when it comes to reviewing products. I've seen some channels where it looks like they say yes to everything. And I think over time that can negatively impact your channel and negatively impact your respect when it comes to where you fit in this YouTube space. Not only from other YouTubers, but when it comes to viewers as well, right? I don't want to be known for that guy that just reviews everything and says great things about everything, because it's like crying wolf, right? You're not going to, if I really like something, you're like, yeah, you say that about everything. Now, there has been a couple cases, I do a lot of case reviews. There has been some cases that I did not like. Now, it's been a little while since I gave, not necessarily a negative review. I believe, who was it? I don't want to say the wrong name. Rinky, they put out a case 2 years ago that I absolutely did not like. It was the Z Flip 4 case, Z Flip 4, Z Flip 3. Absolutely did not like it. Actually gave Google not a bad review, but it was basically the Google Pixel. Was it a 6 Pro? Their original case. It was a 6 Pro or Google's Pixel 7 series. The cases, they're good products. I just personally don't like them. Now, that's personal preference. The Rinky case that I not necessarily gave a negative review to, but did not speak glowingly of it. There was a manufacturing issue that was causing the problem. See what I'm saying? So it comes down to, okay, so if you give a negative review, is it your opinion, or it's because of something? And that's the other thing we have to keep mindful of too, right? So yeah, Temu, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that. I don't know. I'll have to reach out and be like, well, what am I like? Let's see. So he destroyed Apple. What I watched, he had positive review for Apple headset. Yeah, okay. So I was thinking about that last night. Thank you for bringing this up. It was mostly positive, right? So what are the negatives? The headset's cool. I'll admit, it looks freaking awesome, but it has major flaws, right? Number one being app development, right? There's a big battle between app developers and Apple because they take so much money out of your out of your revenue that you make. And they're so stiff. They won't budge or bend or break any rules for anybody. So there's just not enough apps for the Apple Vision Pro. There's a handful of apps. It's just not enough. Now, it's very heavy. That's the number one thing MKBHD he repeated it numerous times in his review video for the Apple Vision Pro. It was heavy. He said his neck started to hurt and get sore, right? And then the third thing he said that was he did not like, and that is a big negative as well, it only lasts a couple hours. Battery life only lasts a couple hours. The fourth thing I believe that he said was the storage variant, the base model is too little, right? So you know how phones are slowly getting away from a 128 gig base storage variant. More companies slowly but surely are starting to offer their base model with 256 gig storage. I believe the base model for Apple Vision Pro is at 128. It's pretty, for the amount of data that thing processes and brings in, pretty small. So it wasn't a glowing review, right? I believe he was honest with that one too, right? Dead or Alive is on the company. Manufacturer only produces what it's told to. True. I mean, I say manufacturer, I'm not talking about the manufacturing plant, right? Like the actual building with the employees that put it together. I'm talking like in general, like, so if I wanted to make a phone, I would have to, source the parts. First design it, and a lot of stuff goes into it, but breaking it down simple, I would have to basically do all the designing and planning beforehand, and then when I get everything, kind of put together and I want to actually build it, like make a phone, I would send the design off to a manufacturing plant and have it manufactured. So that's what I'm saying. It's up to the manufacturer. So I don't mean like the actual building with the employees in it. I'm talking about the company that sends the product to get built, basically. See what I'm saying? Yeah, they definitely just want that dollar. They definitely do. Made a product to sell, a high price to capture an audience. Not a lot. China dropship. You can always your own Temu. Yeah, I know. I'm actually going to. I'm not going to say no to them. I'm going to reach out and be like, well, what products are you talking about? Because let's be honest, not all the products. They have a look. I buy stuff from AliExpress all the time, so I'm used to buying stuff straight from the Chinese. Straight from the source, right? But what are they going to be sending me? Are they going to be sending me space goggles, or I do not want to be reviewing stuff that does not pertain to the topics that I discuss or don't discuss, right? So I'm going to reach out. I'm not going to say no, but I'm going to, what are we talking about here? Because I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste their time. Look, I'm not necessarily, the money's great. Trust me. And it gets better with every promotion, with every sponsorship, more and more and more and more and more. I get it. Like, I get the big picture. And hopefully, hopefully we get as big, 1 million subscribers in, a few years or 10 years. That'd be awesome. In fact, that's why I'm doing this, to get the channel out, grow it bigger, this and that, right? We're not the average tech YouTube channel. I'm sure you can tell by now. But again, I'm not going to be selling and flipping and every single freaking thing for a penny. The money can be very good. Very good. Yes, you're 1000% right. But I do have integrity, and I don't want to sell shit. I'm not saying Temu. I'm just saying in general, right? I don't want to I don't want to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like a used car salesman. And no offense, I'm just saying in general. That term is kind of outdated, because the used car salesman was kind of a joke back in the day. And actually, I've had talks with a couple of used car salesmen in the past couple of years, and really bright guys. So maybe I need to put that term to rest, but you get the point, right? So that's kind of the dilemma when it comes to now. Timeout. Let me see if I can find another email. Hang on. Give me a second. I'm going to go find... Let's see. I'm trying to find the yeah, see, there's some companies here that I'm really excited about. There's some cool products that I can't wait to get my hands on. That I'm actually setting up as we speak. I'm setting up some stuff. I'm uploading my Crave case reviews today. I'm trying to find that. Let's see. I'm trying to find the treadmill one. What is this? I guess I can show this. So here's one from mykeyshop.com. Never heard of them. Look, I have a lot. I have a ton of emails. I get probably 3 or 4 of these a day, just from random people and or companies. In 9 out of 10, I say thank you, but no thank you. I could flip the script and say yes. And look, it's all personal preference, right? It depends on the channel and kind of where you want it to go, because your integrity can, as a person that hosts a YouTube channel, can waver, right? When it comes to how people or your audience perceives you, right? I actually applaud MKBHD for just telling it like it is. I mean, that's what I try to do. I'm not trying to put on some kind of fake or phony persona. As you see me right now talking for the last hour is how I am when the StreamYard, when I hit end stream, I'm me. Like, this is just who I am. I don't oh man, I get hit live and pucker up and put on some kind of mask, right? So it is what it is, right? You can take, it's one of the things when I don't want it to get necessarily, because check it out. Do you remember that ETA Prime channel? Perfect example. And I'll probably let this go after this, but watch that YouTube channel, ETA Prime. So I've been subscribed to his for a long time. I think since he just passed 1 million subscribers right around the beginning of the year, right? So maybe 4 months ago he hit 1 million. I had been subscribed to his channel for I think since he had 400,000 subscribers, and that was like a couple years ago, maybe 3 years ago. And he did really good PC reviews, laptop reviews, and slowly but surely, somewhere between 3 or 4 years ago to right now, as we sit here right this very second, somewhere in between these last 4 years, his channel basically flipped to a paid for, basically a what do you call it, the TV home shopping network, right? Basically turned into one of those where he necessarily does not give his opinion. All he does, and look, if that's what he wants to do, I'm sure he's making a killing. I'm sure he's making, I don't know, probably 50, 60 grand a month income, sponsorships, collaborations, affiliate links, probably making 50 or 60 grand a month. But that's all it is, right? Like look at this. So all of his thumbnails are pretty much the same. He does like one phone review a year, as I mentioned earlier. But I think he does the Samsung Galaxy, the flagship Samsung he does every year. But he'll do a Steam Deck, right? One of these products, or he'll do a how to turn an old PC into a new PC, and then it's sponsored by a link to go get Windows 11 real cheap. Every single video he has is a product that was paid for, because it does say in his video description the product was given, it was paid for, it was given to him and he was paid. Technically, we are all supposed to mention that in the description, whether it's an affiliate link or it was a paid promotion. Technically, we're supposed to tell you, and he does. He does not break the rules. He plays by the rules. But it just depends on, as I mentioned, where you want to go with the channel. So he doesn't basically do any more reviews or give you his personal opinion, or he doesn't do how-to videos anymore, which he kind of did in the past. It's all products. He somewhere in between. Look, the money's probably so good. He was like, man, screw this opinion piece. Screw what I feel about this Steam Deck. You know, they're gonna pay him. Whatever, $5,000 for this video. Shit, I'm gonna put out this video. Nobody's wrong, right? If he wants to do that, more power to him. And who's to say? I don't think I'm gonna get to that point, but you never know. But I don't think so. Who knows, right? But there's a price for everybody, right? I'll tell you that there is a price for everything. So his channel is a perfect example of somebody that kind of started out like ours, reviewing honest opinions, and then flipped to where he's basically just a paid, he's just one big advertisement. That's all it is. And I rarely watch his videos anymore because of that. Because all he does is just read spec sheet. That's all he does. But again, I'm not dissing him. I'm not saying he's wrong for that. It's his channel. He's playing by the rules, so more power to him. If that's what he wants to do, go do it. Right? I'm sure he's making a lot of money, so I definitely cannot hate on that. It's just one big paid advertisement. But it is what it is, right? It is what it is. So that's probably enough for the emails that I'm going to show. Probably need to start uploading some of my videos. It is getting later in the afternoon, and I need to start uploading. Subscribe to our channel. You get honest reviews, opinions, and news from yours truly, Taylor Bell, on the eSIM Studios YouTube channel and podcast. Again, you can catch us any podcast platform. Simply search eSIM Studios. Excuse me. I got a bunch of Crave case reviews like this. In fact, I got one on here right now. Let me take this off real quick. There we go. I will promote my website and my applications that I made all by myself. So I will promote those. That's an in-house promotion. Yes, go to techstudios.app. Go to esimstudios.com. Go to theunlocker.app, where I tell you how to unlock any iPhone, any Android for free. Yes, no gimmicks. I give you the game for free. Theunlocker.app. Everything is in the description box below. If you're listening to this on a podcast, description should be there for you in the episode description. Or if you can't remember, damn, he was saying something about his website about unlocking iPhones. It's real easy. I have everything linked on anywhere you can find me. I got the stuff, right? So find me on YouTube at eSIM Studios, and just simply click in one of my recent videos, All the links are in the description. Let me show you. So the video we did yesterday, right here, check this out. Everything is linked right here. That's my new YouTube channel. Duh. If that interests you, unlocking iPhones, whether you want to unlock one phone or start a business, I'm a professional at that. Giving y'all the game for free. I'm getting out and I'm telling y'all how to do everything. Here's a new YouTube channel. I suggest y'all go subscribe to that. It's the Unlocker app YouTube channel. Link is in the description box of this video. Also have, look at these websites. These are all mine. No help. Did them all by myself. The Tech Studios app, eSIMstudios.com. And where is Chiefs Studios, where we cover NFL and Kansas City Chiefs. But also look at this right here. Boom. Right here. Guide to unlock your iPhone for free. Go to theunlocker.app and make sure you check that out. So anyways, let me get back to this and we'll get out of here. So Crave case. Actually using it right now on my S24 Plus. They sent these to me to review, and pretty cool, pretty badass, really affordable. So if you want to see these Crave case reviews, I got them for the Samsung S24 Plus, Samsung S24 Ultra. I have them for the Google Pixel 8 Pro. I also have them for the iPhones. Yes, I pulled the iPhones out of my desk that have been sitting in there for a month and did a couple case reviews, Crave case reviews on the iPhones. So I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to upload those for everybody to view. And I appreciate the time. I hope everybody has a good, eventful, safe weekend. Thank you for joining me. It was good to see some new names in here today. Noda Spider. Thank you. Thank you for joining us today. I hope I see you around again. And as always, we upload daily. We go live daily. So make sure to catch us tomorrow and we'll talk about something else. Peace out.